So, hello to all my YouTube and vlog followers. This is my very first video that I'm starting. Currently, right now, I am 16 weeks pregnant with twins, and I'm 16 weeks and 2 days. So, this is my first video. Yay! I'm very excited about this. I definitely wanted to come from a perspective of a mom to be, of a vlog that most people really don't talk about in their vlogs on YouTube when it comes to twin pregnancies. So a little bit about me is that I'm in my late 20s. I have a fiance, and this was a planned pregnancy, naturally conceived, or naturally not done with any of the stuff like at a clinic or anything like that. It's just naturally twin pregnancy. I have twins on my side of the family. He has 0. I have heard that twins, the woman carries the twin trait. So that was something that I kind of actually found out after I realized I was having twins. We knew that we were pregnant, but we didn't know that we were going to have twins until our first doctor visit, which was like, man, I would say I was 6-7 weeks. So that's when they did the cervical ultrasound. They weren't doing any type of other ultrasounds yet because it was so early in the pregnancy. So when you're at a twin pregnancy, you are automatically considered high risk. So you're high risk if you're over 35 and you are having twins. For me, that was a little bit scary because you do have to be careful in what you eat. You do have to be careful in what you lift and just your daily routines. Like I said, a little bit about me is I currently work at a health gym. So for the past let's say almost 10 years, I've been a very physical person when it came to working out. So this was something that I thought might have been challenging because your energy levels are getting the best of you. Your hormonal levels are getting the best of you. You really don't want to work out the way you were before when you have twins. I missed it incredibly a lot. I hated being at work because I would see all these other pregnant women working out. I would see other ladies just telling me their stories and how they worked out and they were pregnant. But for me, my story was obviously different because I was carrying too. So, being 16 weeks now in 2 days, my energy level has really just skyrocketed back up to not normal, but better than before. I was working out before this, I would say 3 times a month, if that. I mean, in the gym world. Other than that, I would take walks with my dog every morning. That never changed because he's just so used to our morning walks, so I never stopped that. But I had to stop lifting as heavy as I did. My doctor definitely recommended me not lifting any more than 25 pounds. But since I was such an avid workout person, she definitely told me that I still should work out and keep that normal routine going, just not so heavy and not so intense. So to be honest, even with my doctor's advice, I was still scared and still worried because I didn't want to miscarry any of my babies at all. It's not about me anymore, it's about them. So I went with the flow. I went with how I felt day to day. I took my prenatal pills. As soon as I found out I was pregnant, I was already taking vitamins before that. So taking pills and doing that whole daily basis was not an issue for me. So when it comes to working out, I definitely recommend you doing back exercises, because your belly is constantly growing and you need to support that. You need to support that growing belly, because those babies are just going to grow and grow, and you need to be able to support that. So I do back exercises 2 to 3 times a week. I also incorporate some core workouts, which would involve planks. So I do planks as well. I do mommy to be push-ups, and what I call those is pretty much your knees are on the floor and everything else is lifted up, and you're pushing yourself up in a push-up position. So I do those as well. I also do tricep and bicep curls. So bicep curls, the regular bicep curls, I do those about 3 sets, and then I do a tricep exercise, which is a tricep overhead with a single barbell, and I don't go over 10 pounds. But like I said, I go with the flow. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. Like today was not a workout day for me. I worked a full 8-hour shift. I'm always on my feet, and I just decided I can't work out today. So that was a no bueno for today. Tomorrow, hopefully, it's a different story when it comes to me working out, because I do want to have a fast recovery after these twins, whether it be C-section or a natural birth. I still want to be able to recover very quickly. I want my body most definitely to go back very quickly and have even a better body than I had before. So that's why I keep my workouts in motion on a weekly basis now. Now I started that like at 14 weeks. Started doing regular workouts and getting involved with that. So I'm also a personal trainer to be. I also teach group group classes at my gym. They call them Group X. So I teach that on the side as well. So I am pretty knowledgeable when it comes to workouts. Now when it comes to cardio, I just make sure my heart rate does not go above 140. Once it does, I instantly slow down or I stop. And I let my heart rate lower. And then once it is lowered to about 120, you don't want to get too low, because it's just going to be that much harder to get back into it. So I try to get to 120 or 130, and then I go back up again. So I don't make my workouts that intense, and my cardio sessions only last about 20 to 30 minutes. I don't go over 30 at all. Like I said, it depends on my mood and my energy. You have to listen to your body when it comes to these workouts. Definitely do. I still do squats and lunges. And at the end of every workout, I definitely make sure that I am stretching. You want to make sure that you're stretching your hamstrings, your quads, your arms that you just worked, tricep, bicep, and your back, because you do have lower back pain, and that's why it's so important to do these back exercises to relieve the stress on your lower back pain, especially with you holding twins now. Your body's not used to it. So that's like a little overview kind of my workouts. Like I said, today wasn't the day, and tomorrow will hopefully be a better day for me. Being 6 weeks and 3 days, hopefully my workout will go better, and or I'll do one. But if I can't, I can't. So that was that. I want to definitely go over what I do for workouts. I don't think that's talked enough in these vlogs. My next thing I wanted to go over was eating. Now, I've always been a natural eater when it came to a healthy lifestyle. I've always had a natural way of just eating good organic food. I still do. I still eat kale salads, tuna, whole wheat pastas, and brown rice, and a lot of vegetables and fruits all day. The biggest thing that is challenging for me now is just incorporating more of a protein into my diet. Because with twins, they recommend you get to 130 to 160 grams of protein. That is a lot of protein, a whole lot. So, I bought protein shakes, the little protein, like ready to drink drinks, and they're light in calories. They're 100 calories, and they're 15 grams of protein. Sorry, it's just like, it's something that bit me right here. I'm sorry, I keep scratching it. But I definitely drink that. I drink about 2 to 3 of those a day, and they're, like I said, they're 15 grams of protein in each one. So I get a little bit extra in that. But you always want to make sure that you get your naturally protein just in your food. So that's with nuts, meats, beans, definitely beans. If you're not a bean eater, definitely try to get it, in other areas then. So that was, the food part. That's the easiest part for me. Now, when it comes to cravings, I kind of really don't have any. The only cravings that I do have is when people bring me stuff. I have well, my fiance was here. He would say I crave fast food more than I ever have before, because I wasn't a fast food eater at all. I actually despise fast food. I don't like it at all. But now I kind of like fast food a little bit more. It's just because it's quick and easy, and it fills me up. But it is bad to fill up. It's with carbs and horrible calories. So you don't want to go over 300 calories per day, or she would have excessive weight gain. So I have started a new, I don't want to say diet, I would say way of eating regimen. Now when it gets past 8 p.m., I don't do carbs. So I definitely try to eat my dinner before 8 p.m. Just because I don't want to hold on to the carbs, and then it's just going to stick to me. It's not really going to go anywhere, and it's not going to be nutritional enough for my babies. So that is that there. But when it comes to sweets and stuff like that, I really don't crave anything yet. So I guess I'm lucky in that department with the cravings. I haven't had morning sickness at all, so I guess I'm also lucky in that department. So I'm really happy that this pregnancy is going very smooth. From what I hear from other moms, my pregnancy is like whatever mom would want their pregnancy to be like, especially with having twins. It's going tremendously well. My babies are treating me amazing. So I'm very happy about that. So I just want to exercise and eating. Now, my next thing I want to go over is mood. That was my biggest challenge. I'm normally a very happy person. It takes a lot to get me negative or just down and out and crappy. It takes a lot normally. With the 2 babies inside, your hormonal levels go up. So I would have my days where I would kind of get emotional and I would cry off of a commercial, or I would just cry just because I think things aren't going right, and or I would get really snappy with like if just weird things, like if my change wasn't said to me, at the checkout line, they just hand it to me. I'm not gonna get snappy like, bro, tell me my change, but my fiance will definitely look at me and be like, you are mad right now because she didn't tell you what, or just silly stuff. And so I had to really put that in check and in order, because it's not fair to my babies or to the people around me to just easily get negative. And I've never even known myself to be like that, for one. I'm a very strong person, but it was just hard. It was just really hard. So currently right now, like, I'm as happy as can be. And that was in my first trimester. Now I'm in my second. And I feel like I'm doing really well when it comes to my moods and me going back to how I used to be and before pregnancy, and being so happy and just staying in joy and not letting anybody rob me of my happiness. I'm doing so good with that. So that was like the mood part. The mood part was rough, but I'm getting through it, and it's becoming easier day by day, which that's why it's so good to have a good support system around you. If you're a single mom and you don't have anybody around you, like your other half coaching you along the way, I feel for you. I know it's probably very hard, but just make sure you have somebody, whether it be a friend, a neighbor, a coworker, just somebody that you can talk to, because it's so important. And I thank God every day that I have my fiance, because without him, I wouldn't be able to go on day to day, just in my own emotions and not sharing them with anybody, so that was amazing that I have such a good support system in that way. So I'm very happy about that. Blessed to have him. Love you. So, and then when it comes to recent stuff, recently we just went baby registry shopping, and we don't know the genders of our babies. We do know that they're fraternal, but we don't know boy fraternal, girl fraternal, boy girl fraternal. We don't know what they are. So the baby registry was a little bit challenging. I did get frustrated towards the end of it, because here I am wanting to get this and this and this and this pink tutu and this blue cute shoes for my son, and I'm already planning what I think they are, and they might not be that, so that part was frustrating. And like I said, having a good support system, he was there to just calm me down and guide me through it all. But baby registry was horrible. It was horrible. And we went to 2 different stores. Luckily, we split them up in 2 different days, because if we would did it all in one day, we would have both been at each other's necks, and that would have been not good. So I'm glad you thought smart about that. But when you do have twins and you go to baby registry, make sure you tell them that, hey, I'm having twins, because there's so much help for you there, and the people are usually so willing to help you and to give you special tips and extra coupons even. So it's such a good way of just speaking up and telling people, hey, this is our first time. we don't know what to do, and we have twins. So the two stores I went to was Baby RS, and Babies RS, and Prego Brain, sorry, and Target. So those were the two we went to. We were going to add more stores, but just after experiencing those two, we were kind of just like, and we're just going to stop there. So we did, which is amazing. Now, little things to keep me just involved in the pregnancy and staying in bliss is I have this book, and it's called Expectations for Pregnancy and Childbirth, and it just walks it through you week by week on what you should be expecting, and goes over exercise and food intake and what your babies look like and how much they weigh. So it's kind of just cool to just look at that every once in a while if you have any questions. And it's so informative because it has, if you feel like this is what this could be. If you feel like this, you should call a doctor. And it just keeps you at peace. So I call it my baby Bible. I'm always in it because you can never get enough of reading and just staying knowledgeable about the whole pregnancy, and just like I said, staying knowledgeable. Why not? My fiance even has a dad to be during pregnancy book, and that one is also helpful because it keeps us both involved in knowing what's going on day by day and week by week. So those were really the things that I really wanted to go over was one, exercise to a certain extent. If you're not a regular avid workout person, just take walks. It'll definitely help you along the way in your pregnancy, and you don't want to gain so much weight because the average weight gain for twins is the same as single births as well. It's no different. So you definitely want to keep that in check. Eating. Make sure that your eating is on track. If you're not a healthy eater, this is a good time at 16 weeks to start trying to be a good eater, especially around this time because your babies are going to double in size from 16 weeks all the way up to 20. So you want to make sure that you are staying very knowledgeable on what you're putting in your body with calcium, protein, and you're not filling up on empty calories. Mood. Definitely keep your mood in check. Don't let anybody rob you of your happiness. This is a blessing to you and to your spouse and to your family. You want to make sure you love your baby because it'll come out a happy baby. So make sure you're just always staying true to yourself for your mood. When it comes to knowledge, just try to, like how you're on the computer now, try to stay very current in the latest information when it comes to pregnancy for twins. Start mommy club birth groups. I'm in a couple of them. I'm in my natural birth club group, and I'm in a twin birth group. So I'm in two different ones. And I'm not even talking about the parenting classes, just straight via web groups. I'm involved in those, and I voice my opinion because it's good to talk to other moms that are in your situation, and you guys are able to just talk back and forth, and without asking the doctor every little thing you want to ask them, you can ask a fellow mom that might be feeling the same way and have the answers, or at least an idea. Um, one last thing I wanted to go over was that when I do my next video, I will be 17 weeks, and hopefully we will know the gender of our babies. My next appointment is next week at 17 weeks, exactly a week from now. So that is the most exciting news that I am anticipating right now. I just can't even wait. That way we can get the names situated. Just it'll just be such a good. Okay, I know what they are, because I don't want to be surprised. With twins, I don't. If this was just one child being born, I might want a surprise. But with twins, I can't handle that. I need to know. I definitely need to know. So that is it. Until my next follow-up, which will be next week, like I said, at 17 weeks. Please stay tuned. I will definitely always cover exercises. This was just a quick introduction into what my vlogs would be like. The exercise will always be the start of my vlogs, and eating would always be the second part of my vlogs. And then we will go into mood and how I feel currently, and what the babies are doing inside, and other good news that you guys are looking forward to hear. Please feel free to ask any questions, and I will answer them at the end of my vlogs on the next video. Okay, bye.